In CIST 1602, in Chapter 1, we're going to look at Introduction to the Management of Information Systems, Information Security. So by the end of this session, you should be able to discuss the key characteristics of information security, identify and describe major threats to information security, recognize the critical roles of leadership and management in protecting information assets, and also differentiate between information security management and general business management. So when we look at information security, when we look at the realm of information security, we think of three communities that collaborate to protect an organization's information assets. You have your information security community. They focus on safeguarding assets against threats. The IT community, they support the organization by maintaining relevant IT infrastructure. And also you have the general business community. What this community does is they establish the policies, allocate the resources, and ensure the alignment with the security goals. Now, together, these three groups provide the strategic recommendations to the executive management on how to secure information assets for the organization. Now, security means it's freedom from danger or risk. Now, to be secure is to be protected from the risk of loss, damage, unwanted modifications, or other hazards. Now, to secure an organization, you want to implement a multi-layered system. So you build your defense in depth. You want to use a combination of strategies that have been planned, staffed, and controlled by the management. And also, some examples of this would be physical, operational, communications, cybersecurity measures. And it's the role of the management to ensure that each strategy is properly planned, organized, staffed, directed, and controlled. Now, information security protects information by ensuring the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability of that information. So you want to make sure that the confidentiality prevents unauthorized access. Integrity maintains the accuracy and reliability of the information. And availability says that the information is available to the correct people when they need it. So it ensures timely access for those authorized users. Now, InfoSec employs policies, training, and technology to safeguard those assets. Now, the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, this is what makes up the CIA triad. That provides the foundation for information security. Now, we can also look at the CNSS model, the McCumber cube, which adds dimensions such as policies and implementation controls. So we'll see the example of the McCumber cube to protect the confidentiality, integrity, use policies, education, and technology while the data is in storage, while it is in use or processing or transmission. Now, the CIA triad, it has expanded to include more comprehensive list of critical characteristics and information. You see, it also has data and services are protected by the confidentiality, integrity, and availability in this visual representation. Now, threats are potential risks to assets, where attacks are actions aimed at exploiting vulnerabilities. That's the key terms to keep in mind here are threat agents. That's an entity that is causing harm, such as hackers. An exploit is a method used to breach security. And the vulnerability is the weakness in the security controls. So we see on the screen a couple, 12 different categories of threats of information security. You have compromise to intellectual property, such as copyright infringement, piracy, deviations in quality of service. That could be your ISP provider. Power goes out, WAN service problems. Espionage or trespass. You have unauthorized access or data collection. Forces of nature will be your incidents like fires, floods, earthquakes, lightning. human error or failure. It could be accidents or employee mistakes. Information extortion will be blackmail, where they get the information to be disclosed. Sabotage or vandalism will be the destruction of the systems or the information. You can also have software attacks. This is your viruses, your worms, denial of service attacks. Hardware failures, software failures or errors. Hardware is where your equipment fails. It could be a router, it could be a switch, computer itself, hard drive. Software failures, bugs, or codes in the problems in the code. Technological obsolescence, outdated technology, and then you also have theft, where the equipment is stolen. Now, effective management, this involves planning, organizing, and leading and controlling resources to achieve the security goals. Some of the items that are part of management include planning. That is your process of developing the strategic, tactical, or operational goals. Organizing is the structuring your resources effectively. Leading would be encouraging the implementation of the planning and organizational function. It's also supervising and monitoring the staff to make sure that you have the completion of the assigned tasks, goals, or objectives. And controlling is monitoring the progress and addressing any obstacles. Now, governance, this ensures that InfoSec's alignment with the organization's objectives, first by setting strategic direction, managing your risk appropriately, and also verifying the responsible use of resources. Now, that strong governance, this elevates the ISEC's importance to senior management. Now, the problem-solving process in information security involves these steps. You want to recognize and define the problem, gather facts and make assumptions, develop possible solutions, analyze and compare possible solutions. This is also called a feasibility analysis. And also selecting, implementing, and evaluating a solution. Now, there's 6 P's that are unique to managing information security. Planning. You define your strategies and goals. With policy, you're establishing rules and guidelines. Programs, implement the initiatives. Protection, safeguard your assets. With people, you want to train and manage your staff. And then project management is overseeing specific security efforts. So keep in mind that information security, this is a shared responsibility across multiple domains. It does require collaboration, leadership, and strategic planning. So when you understand these foundational concepts, this helps you to address both current and emerging challenges in the information security field.